value information stored on the Cardano blockchain. And then Tenet 9, based upon the vote, all users of the Cardano blockchain shall be treated equitably, taking into account the collective desires of the Cardano blockchain community, consistent with the long-term sustainability and viability of the Cardano blockchain. So this were our changes in Article 1. Are these changes recognizable? And this is where we're going to move to our first temperature check. So in this moment, we have, we're going to take a picture of hands up as we do this. So what you're going to do, that you're back ready for what you would like to say if this is sufficient for moving forward or not. And I'll count to 3. When I count to 3, simply raise your paddles. All right?
Folks who are abstaining, just will not raise your paddles.
Just don't raise your paddles. Thank you.
And no more displacement for us. Is that okay?
Are we ready in Nairobi?
Yes, we are ready.
All right. Is the article with these changes sufficient to move forward? 1, 2, okay, I'm holding.
And so quick clarification here that what is on the slide is correct based on the speed here. That what is on the slide is the exact wording. The printouts got printed before that final wording, so that's why the slide is,
All right.
is correct.
So,
Yes, so on the Nairobi side, what we're going to do is that we're going to pay attention to what is on the slide.
that's
So
right.
let's forget about our printed sheets. We're going to all look on the slide. So if from BA, whenever we need to do the temperature check, the recess and so on, if we can still have the slide on screen, that will help us a lot. Is
Exactly.
that okay, Lloyd?
It is, Mercy, thank you. And yes, we will keep the slide up during our temperature checks so that the exact text can be reviewed. So, you're only going to go on the tense. This is it. We are looking to see if we need additional discussion in Article 1 or not.
Yes.
That is the vote now. But not vote, the temperature check. This isn't even a vote. This is a temperature check. Do we need additional time on Article 1 or not? Okay. If you
So is
say
this a
yes,
vote or a
you're
temperature
saying,
check?
Yes, this is sufficient for us to move forward without spending additional time on Article 1. If you vote no, you are voting no. It is not sufficient for us to move forward on Article 1. Okay? So, with that, 1, 2, 3. Thank you all for your opinion on the matter.
Yeah, on our side.
Just hold on real quick. Lloyd, I want to make sure that Nairobi has been able to take their picture.
We are almost there.
Oh my god, and they're just taking a photograph?
We are almost there. Like, give us a second.
Of course.
Not counting?
ChatGPT can
We are clarifying
ChatGPT
something.
can
Ubio
compare
from
actually.
Lagos
ChatGPT
needs a
can
clarification.
compare election. What? ChatGPT can compare election.
Yeah, 6 fingers and 3 arms. Right. Look, there's people that have their signs sideways.
Okay, so question from Ubio, Lagos, Nigeria. Are we looking for majority to move forward or consensus to move forward?
We are looking for a majority to move.
Right.
Yes, we are looking forward to a majority for moving forward.
Which is how many? I
And I'll
know.
just briefly note too that the only text discrepancy between what's on the slide and in the printout is only on Article 1. So everything else is.
I believe that if we are following the same format as yesterday, it will be majority. Are we correct?
Thank you. We're actually letting the team here in Nairobi just collect the data, and we're going to move through each of the articles. So, do you have your...
No, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you fine, Mercy. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, so we'll be moving through each article, and the teams will collect the data, and they'll report back to us afterwards, okay?
All right, so we had a quick clarification. I don't know if you got it from Ubio Lagos delegate. He wanted to know if we are doing, is it like we have consensus to move forward, or do we just need majority to move forward? If we are going by yesterday, we are assuming that it is just majority to move forward.
That's right.
Is that correct? Is that what, yeah, okay.
Yes, it is majority that will...
So we are ready. Okay.
So we're moving on to Article 2, which there have been no substantial changes at this point. So with Article 2,
They didn't give us
you
the
know, let's take a
results.
moment to review Article 2, but there have been no substantial changes.
Oh man, this is bad.
Thank you, Ray, that's actually perfect. They did make minor grammatical corrections, things that, you know, a comma here, a period there, kind of thing. That's a continuous process, but there were no changes to form function.
Are we also going to do a check on the appendix and the definitions, because you showed it, but we didn't vote?
That's right, we'll get to that. This isn't a vote, this is a temperature check. We're trying to prioritize, right? So we're trying to prioritize the work, and this is the best way we can do it, is see where there are still substantive disagreements that we need to work through.
Thank you. I want to point out that yesterday we made a change from fair to equitable. I think and I think a lot of the English native speakers here agree that this is the worst of the four options. We would prefer any of the other options. Thank you.
Sure. While I understand that, again, we are collating the data that is the majority data upon which we build this document.
What was it?
I'll take a point here. Remember, this is part of the discussion yesterday. I actually don't believe Nairobi got to hear this because we got it so late. Who remembers what is the
At least 30 votes?
Studios right now?
Equitable got 30 votes.
Yep.
To have a majority needed.
No one should be 100% happy. Part of our job here
So we
is to give something to the others in the room, to give something to the other parts of our community who have spoken their voice. We are actually building this document off of the majority opinion of all of these voices. Our jobs here is to represent the workshops that we did. Are we there? Are we making changes based upon the workshop's feedback, or are we making changes based upon our own personal needs? Those are the questions we have to ask ourselves at this moment, because we have to move this document forward. So, here we are, and now I'd like to move on to Article 2. There were no substantive changes to Article 2, but the article is there for you all to read, and you have access to it.
I think
If
what the new
we are ready in Nairobi as well,
they would find
we're going to take another temperature check. And 3, 2, okay, is Article 2. Go ahead, Mercy.
Sorry, Lloyd, can we have what we're going to
Article 2,
Or are we just doing Article 2? No changes, right?
no changes.
That's what we're voting on?
And what
That's
is
right.
Okay.
Okay,
The
so
blockchain
is Article 2 sufficient for us to move forward?
No.
In 1, 2, 3.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you all very much for your.
We're done. Thank you.
Yes, feel free to check. There's something on both sides of the paddles. You guys can make sure it's a good one. All right. So, Article 3 is about participatory and decentralized governance. Section 1, we further clarified the governance process. You'll see the text in blue, which has the changes that were made. And then, following that above addition, they also deleted Section 3. So you'll see Section 3 is no longer in Article 3.
So, is this paper document updated or does it match the slides? I think there's some discrepancies overall. Like that's they removed section 2. Man, I can't believe we're gonna approve that. And this one redundant as well.
So, Article 3, participatory and decentralized governance. The Section 1 clarification was added. Section 3 has been deleted.
But I think it's section 4.
Is Article 3 in its current state?
Are we looking for Article 3 as a whole or only Article 3 Section 1?
This is Article 3 as a whole. The changes were to Section 1 and the removal of Section 3. Okay. So, is Article 3 sufficient in its current state in order for us to move forward? 1, 2, there's another slide. I will push forward. Thank you. Apologize. Wait a minute. That's Section 4, which was previously 5, has clarified the role of info actions and certain exceptions. The info action was modified with the changes that are listed here. So again, and then the remaining sections regarding the budget were deleted from Article 3, and they're now in a separate article, which is Article 4. So they've been moved wholesale to their own Article 4.
Honestly, he's hoping the
Those are
person
the
can't
full
watch.
changes to
You know?
Article 3.
He's like,
Apologize
oh,
for that. And it's the second slide there,
I said,
guys.
he's probably just nervous and can't watch.
All right, let's move into the temperature check for this. Is Article 3 sufficient to move forward with our progress? 1,
How?
2, 3.
Shit, are these people?
Thank you all for your attendance. We've got a little over 5 minutes
No
before our
offense.
break, so we're going to continue to move
Real
forward
question.
and get through the 1, maybe 2 more of these. Okay, Article 4.
Lord, just 1 second, I want to make sure that I will leave. That's the legal account.
Good, good.
And Lord, just a note here, there are
There are 3 slides for Article 4. Good, we
This is
won't
a brand new
rule
article?
any part out. All right, so Article 4, it now has a new article entirely dedicated to the budget. So, you guys
So this is kleptocracy. This is where we steal from ourselves.
So, the section 1 is that the Cardano community is expected to propose not less than on an annual basis a budget for the ongoing operation, maintenance, and future development of the Cardano blockchain. As you can see here on the screen, we have section 2, which contains the development of Cardano budgets and the administration of budgets that are utilized to the extent possible and beneficial smart contracts or other blockchain-based tools. You guys asked for that yesterday. That was a change. So you can see this was copied out of section 3, moved to 4, and then the modifications are made based on the work that was done yesterday. So this includes the...
This is not an article.
It's possible.
No, it's not a title. This is the treasury. And then we the budget of the articles.
Transparency. And the budget specified process for overseeing use of funds, including designating one or more administrators who are responsible for service. So I know there have been some questions about the
And then we go
administration.
on the budget.
And then section 3 and 4, which are on the withdrawal from the Cardano blockchain treasury that cause the balance to violate the net change limit shall not be permitted. So again, not just in the guardrails, now in the Constitution itself. And then any governance action requesting veto shall require allocation as part of the funding process for independent audits and the implementation of oversight metrics and contractual obligations, including dispute resolutions. So, as we recall, these were the bigger topics that came up at the workshops themselves regarding the budget. So these were the areas where they were the most.
Thank you. I just want to ask a little bit of clarification. We're looking at Article 4 here, and it says something about
There's two articles.
the Cardano blockchain treasury shall be moved to.
No, I mean,
Basically, it
this
says,
is that matters.
I've lost where, oh, here it is, section 2, Cardano. Basically, there's reference to, I think it's in section 1, or maybe it's kind of
Two Article 4s, no Article
essentially,
5.
it says that there is a Cardano annual budget, right, which is network-wide, and during conversations yesterday after the workshop, it was suggested that there is not an annual budget for the entire community, but rather an annual budget for separate institutions. So I just wanted to ask for clarification on that. Does the budget pertain to the entire community, or does this budget that is referenced in this section pertain to individual organizations? Thank you.
Okay. Do we have any, in the writing, Joel, do you have something to add to that? I recognize Joel.
I think it, as written, it's intended to apply to the entire community.
Thank you, Joel. All right, so we have section 1. Oops, I went too far back, I apologize. Section 2 and sections 3 and 4. Nairobi, do you need any particular section up on the screen for a moment to review any particular section prior to moving to a temperature check?
Let me check. I'm checking them. Are we happy? Are we up to, do we need more time or we're good?
Then you need a section.
I think that if we do the timer thing that we did yesterday, that might help quite a bit. The 5-minute timer thing, is that possible?
We're up against our breaks, so we won't be able to do that right now.
Okay.
We can break and come back to this question, which would allow time for people to review this question. Because this is the newest section, so it makes a lot of sense to take a break and let people review it. So that's what we're going to do. We'll actually go to our break now. We're going to give everybody the opportunity to review this section. This is a new section, so it's the absolute best time for us to take this break, take a look at it, and see if you guys think this needs more time in deliberation this afternoon or not. And at that point, we
All right, so your break here in Buenos Aires and in Nairobi is from now until 45 after the hour. So there are refreshments outside. Please take that time to stretch your legs, but also get back here on time. Again, that's so important here. If we're still trying to grab people, that continues to delay things. So keep it to about 15 minutes here, 45 after the hour. Thanks very much.
I don't know why you didn't pretty simple, and then kind of know where to start from that. This is one of them. I mean, it could be super fast, but it's kind of impossible into the pace of working gets and no.
If you got a message, I'll relay it to the guys in front.
Chat, they're talking about abandoning semantics, like we can't get into a semantic issue, and actually we can, because right now semantics is the only thing that's holding this thing together and making it make sense.
Hey,